Welcome back to the SMP Recap.
My thing!
This month on the Dream SMP.
I am so sorry.
I don't know. I think I might have lost Skippy.
Okay, listen, you f***ed up this time.
Let's get right into it. After Dream's catastrophic meeting with Tommy,
I have lost all care for anything
Really?
on the server.
Really?
The
So
only
if
thing
I
care
burn
about
Spirit
is
right
that-
now, you
burn
wouldn't
Spirit
care.
right in front of me right now.
Well, this is the only thing you've had attachment to this entire time. How do I know you're not
I
lying?
have attachment to your disc.
Tubbo was left with no choice but to exile Mr. Big Man, aka Tommy Innit.
Dream, please detain and escort Tommy out of my country.
Are you?
What? What? This
Tommy?
isn't...
Are you?
on.
Tubbo.
No, but that isn't...
Tubbo.
Tommy. Let's go.
Tommy, you are hereby exiled.
Tubbo. Are you Are you kidding me? This is
Tubbo
happening?
stands and watches as Dream escorts Tommy away from Lemanburg.
How it has to be.
Tommy,
You're a
I
liability.
don't
You
think,
need to leave
You're my
now.
friend!
Goodbye,
Tommy,
Tommy.
I don't think you want to die, Tommy. You need to listen to me.
Tommy later ends up in a distant island, far away from any civilization. Ghostbur accompanies Tommy, and together they build a new civilization named Logchestershire. Inside of it, they build a house and the legendary Prime Log.
Is it working?
What?
Sub!
Wilbur gives Tubbo a compass that guides him to Tommy, and also one for Tommy that guides him to Tubbo.
Right, I thought, Tommy in it, what does he like? And I thought he likes women. He likes...
Have you brought me a woman?
No, I tried, but they're not as keen on you as you are on them, so I
not
just left them
true.
where I found them. But what I did think was like, what else does Tommy like? He likes the discs. I couldn't get you the discs, I'm afraid. I did try. And I thought, what else does Tommy like? He likes pasta. I assume you like pasta. I wasn't entirely sure, but I wrote it down. So I thought, what else does Tommy like? Right? What does Tommy in it? What's he a fan of? Okay, he likes democracy. That was another thing I had down. Your shirt's looking a bit.
Yeah.
You're looking a bit.
Had a
worse for
rough
wear.
few nights.
It's okay. Come in here, right? Stand here, right? I want you to get ready for this because you're gonna like this gift.
I'm ready.
So I thought, what does Tommy like? His favorite thing in the whole wide world is Tubbo. Tommy, I know you really, really like Tubbo, and I know you really, really miss him. So I went out of my way and I made you this. It cost me like one netherite and like loads of iron and stone, and it basically points you in the direction of Tubbo at all times. More specifically, Lemanburg, Tubbo's. White
Meanwhile,
House.
in the Dream SMP part of the SMP, Bad Boy Halo works on excavating his incredibly big statue room and finds a big red egg with vines coming out of it. He later shows Dream and Awesome Dude, which surprised them since they had never seen it. Bad sort of grows a connection with the egg, and despite Dream and Sam warning him, and the mysterious egg grows clumps of vines all around the SMP area of the server. Soon, quite a few parts of the SMP were affected by the vines: Skeppy's mansion, Phil's hut, and Jayschlat's funeral. Bad and Anfrost try to convince everyone to follow the orders of the egg, but no one becomes attached to it, even disliking it. Sam continues to try to make Bad destroy the egg, but to no avail. Bad continues his obsession with the egg, so far as to being convinced it is talking to him, but in another language. Manifold also comes across the egg, but quickly exits the room as he felt an unnerving presence. Meanwhile, while all these shenanigans were happening, Tommy hosts a beach party over at Logchestershire. Dream tells Tommy that he's going to get Ghostbur to hand out the invites, but lies and stops Ghostbur halfway through and says he'll do it himself. Of course, nobody comes except Dream, as he never actually gave out the invites. While working on the prison, Sam goes over to Bad to see the egg. Much to their surprise, the egg has gotten bigger and the state is worsened overall. With Sapnap's help, they blow up part of the egg. But this horrifies Bad Boy Halo, saying that the egg needs a sacrifice to return to its normal state. It even begins to harm them with its magma blocks. They retreat to Turch Prime, and Bad and Captain Puffy cover the egg with obsidian. On his way back to prison, Sam encounters Skeppy and tells him that his mansion has been covered by the blood vines. They easily destroy them. After some time, Bad comes to accept that he does not feel as attached now that the egg has been sealed away. It doesn't even bother him when Skeppy says that he took care of the vines over at the mansion. They come to figure out the egg seems to not have its mind control powers when it's sealed inside of the obsidian. Bad, Skeppy, Antfrost, and Puffy go to the egg to finish it once and for all, but out of curiosity, Skeppy opens the obsidian wall, and Captain Puffy and Bad Boy Halo start getting obsessed with the egg again. It is then when Skeppy tells the group that he needs to do something alone with the egg. The group leaves, and when they come back, they discover that Skeppy has covered the egg in obsidian again, trapping himself inside in the process.
In the middle of the egg.
What?
But wait a minute. I'm not feeling the vibe from the egg anymore. Like, the obsidian's blocking it, but Skeppy trapped himself inside?
Why would
Why would he do that? Skeppy!
do we break it to save him? Do we leave him in there?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be good to leave him in there.
No, that's...
But
Ant, snap out of it!
The next day, Bad Boy Halo finally gets the courage to open the obsidian wall and finds out that Skeppy's inside. But it's not the usual Skeppy. Instead, he's been infected by the egg and he's now a red Skeppy. He talks in a very monotone voice and expresses no feelings towards anything except for the egg. Bad and Puffy try to get Skeppy to remember everything by giving him 14 diamond blocks, but he just burns all the diamonds. The duo tries several things to make Skeppy become who he normally is, but nothing works out. Skeppy almost kills them both, but Puffy saves them. They could not find a way to free Skeppy. Another few days pass, and Bad and Puns decide to go to the egg again to destroy it once and for all in order to protect Bad from becoming obsessed with it again. They wear Church Prime equipped uniforms, as water from the Church Prime had helped on various occasions before. After they uncovered it, they had discovered that it had apparently eaten the second layer of obsidian placed over it. The two wondered if it was an egg, or maybe in reality some sort of seed. After washing their uniforms and contacting Antfrost, they go back and ultimately decided to keep the egg uncovered, but to cover the trophy room as a whole. While inside the room, Bad found that the blue wool that they had placed before that turned red had turned blue once again after it was placed under the Church Prime water, which made him optimistic for Skeppy. Over at Technoblade's new house, Filza has been given a compass that points to Techno's base. Using that compass, he travels with Techno many times until he memorizes the way and stores it in a barrel for safekeeping. Nothing can go wrong with that. Nothing ever goes wrong. But it does, and the Butcher Army finds his compass, and they go to take revenge for what happened on that fateful day. Led by Quackity, they come to assassinate Techno. Techno, with his godlike PvP skills, easily destroys everyone. But Quackity, thinking quickly, uses Carl as a hostage, forcing Techno to take off his armor and accompany them to L'Manberg. The Butcher Army puts Techno on trial to execute him. After the execution is abruptly interrupted by Puns, the Butcher Army decides to execute him quickly, but the execution fails as Techno previously got a Totem of Undying and uses it to survive the blow. After the failed execution, everything starts to go wrong. Filza gets arrested for treason. Puns and Dream help Techno escape by guiding him to a very familiar room and giving him Carl and some stuff to fight back. But Quackity will not give up just yet and fights Techno. Techno fights back and they have an epic battle. Except for the fact that Quackity does little to no damage to Techno with an axe. Big Q loses this one, but promises that this will not be the end. Now, let's interrupt this dense lore with some thanks to Captain Puffy for covering up the creeper holes caused by the players of the SMP. Tommy! But we have seen some good builds while Tommy's been gone on tour, like the new Winter Wonderland, Gay Target, the History Museum, Jack Manifold's Upside Down Tea on Jack Manifold Land, the Bee House, and the biggest one, the prison that Dream commissioned Sam to build. Who is the prison for? It might be Dream's new house.
Are you homeless? Is this like, you just don't
No,
want to
I'm
admit
not.
that you don't have a
I'm
house?
not homeless. I do have a house.
Who knows? But all jokes aside, a lot of people have speculated that Dream may be planning to trap Tommy or Techno inside of the prison, and Dream has hinted at that. However, he hasn't explicitly said anything about it, even to Puns, who seems to be his main partner in crime. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Tommy, after being such a good friend with Dream, decides to build a bunker underneath Logstedshire to hide his valuables. Now, Dream, after seeing that Tommy was trying to hide items from him, decides to blow up the whole place. Tommy builds a tall cobblestone cliff, and once he reaches the top, he attempts a backflip into water and quickly starts running away into unknown territory. He soon finds a house with food and burrows into its foundation, hiding away in the ground. After Techno's miraculous escape from near death, he comes back home only to find a raccoon looking through his stuff and eating his golden apples. This turns out to be Tommy, who has taken residency underneath the Techno house while he was gone. Techno quickly tries to get rid of him, saying that he is only a kink in his plans, but Tommy won't leave. Since Techno was left with only iron armor, he calls Ranboo, who is friends with Tommy, and asks him to give all of his stuff back. Since Ranboo lacks any proper will, he gives all of Techno's armor back, but not his weapons, because he does not have them. Days later, Tommy and Techno kidnap Connor to try and get some of his weapons back. Eventually, after a prolonged torture session where he was waterboarded and forced to shill for Technoblade, Connor finally released, much to his delight. However, whilst leaving the negotiation zone, he non-canonically died to a spider. On their way back to the Dream SMP nether portal, Tommy finally faces Dream.
If I remember correctly, you're not supposed to be here, Tommy. Tommy, I got one of your discs back.
Oh.
What? What?
I got it from Skeppy.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Scared of
Wait,
someone
do you
that
really?
don't got
Wait,
no home.
seriously? Do you actually have my disc?
I do. I have one of them.
You screwed me over, Dream. You manipulated me.
Tommy, I was the only person who visited you. I was the only person that was your friend. And look
But you
what
were
did.
terrible.
You betrayed me. You came here. You're not supposed to be here. You left, and now you're here, and you're causing problems. As far as I heard, you had a hostage.
Yeah, you know what? To get back my disc, so we can put an end to all of this. This all you were the only one that visited me, because you know what,
Right,
Dream?
Tommy.
I think you're scared of me, containing
Tommy,
me.
Listen, you're gonna come with me, or I'm gonna burn your disc.
Well, that's gonna be a bit of a problem, Dream. Because this guy's with me.
Thanks for watching this episode of the SMP Recap. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss any more. This monthly recap is not part of our normal schedule. We'll mainly be doing weekly recaps in the future. However, you might see some monthly recaps occasionally thrown in there. My name was Nxbulaa. See you guys next time.